Hey traders, this is Shegun 247. I train traders how to trade in harmony with the market. So today we are looking at the price in terms of price analysis going into the week commencing the 30th of June 2024. A couple of pairs we're going to be looking at today. I've already done the portfolio selection. So we're looking at the pound US dollar, Aussie dollar, dollar CAD, dollar yen, and if time permits, I'm going to do the CAD yen as well. So let's crack on with the pound US dollar. What I've done to make this very straightforward for us is I have already drawn the wave structures, and we're just looking at a trade location basically. So the pound dollar 15 minutes chart, we can see when this move happened. Okay, we have 0 1 2 3 4 5 1 5 2 5 3. That's a directional move, so that high is a momentum high. Okay, so this is 2 here, but when this move happened, it negated this move that started all the way here that ended there. That's a trend, but the 2 was broken. That's why we saw the lower low here, which is a momentum low. So we want to look at the 2 coming down. The 2 coming down is here, the 4 is here. We've seen well, you can say 0 1 2 3, and the 4 violating the 2, which tells us that this low will be traded before we can see any attempt to the upside again. So the play here is this. Even though we were buying this on Friday, okay, once the market open, we want to observe the price around this 126.53 for a potential sell. Okay, for the price to break this low. If the price break this low, the area we want to be looking for or to be looking at is 126.09. So the play is an attempt to the 126.54 before a sell. Okay, because this move here, this 4 here, has violated the 2. That tells us that the low, which started the wave structure, in most cases, there's a high probability that that low will be taken out. So the pound dollar is going to be, maybe Tokyo session, we may have a breakdown, and that will be the first thing that we're looking for, selling at this area for a potential buy uh, to move back into the opposite direction. Okay, so that's the pound US dollar. Let's look at the dollar, Aussie dollar. Okay, so this one we were selling on Thursday, and you can see how nice this move was. But that tells us that move there, you can see the 4 came above the 2. So at the low, we expected the price to trade this high again, and look at what happened on Friday. Very nice short covering. We've seen 0 1, and this is 2. This 2 is too shallow for us. We will prefer the price to come a little bit deeper. So how do we play this? We can draw the Fibonacci from the low to the high. Okay, looking to buy, and you can see the buy point is 66.43, so very close below. It's actually outside the buy zone. This is the buy zone here. Okay, so it's few pips away from the buy zone. So this is a more high probability area of buying. Then your risk is minimum. Okay, look at that. So we are expecting a pullback here, so that we can buy the 2 from this area for a continuation. The idea is for price to break this high before we can see a major sell in the Aussie dollar again. Play is, we want to wait for price to retrace back into the buy zone. Okay, looking for a manipulation of the low inside there, then we can buy, looking to take out the high of 66.88. That is the Australian dollar, US dollar. The dollar CAD, this was the trade we were taking on Friday, okay, alongside the pound dollar. Look at this. This here we have 0 1 2. 2 was a That one came through the news, but we had a 3, which gives us a high probability of 5. We saw the 5 after the pullback. Okay, and what we can see here is the 4 has been traded, so that has satisfied this uptrend. But this move here, I'm not convinced this is over. Okay, this initial move did not break any structure, even though we know now, based on the 4 coming above the 2, this high will be traded at some point. But your high probability level is here, which is the 136.27. However, if that did not materialize, we want to buy the 2. I'm not going to take the trade, the initial move here. That is probably an inducement for you to buy early, then they can take the trade down, manipulate the low before they eventually buy. But our best buy, based on this low here, is to buy from this area. Okay, 136.27 is my best buy. Couple of things to note, however, if the Aussie dollar keeps coming down, that will probably help the dollar CAD to go up or to go into sideways pattern. So you just have to keep an eye on the Aussie dollar and the dollar CAD. They are meant to go in the opposite direction. Okay, then we do the US dollar Japanese yen quickly. This one is the most interesting one, actually. Probably I'll say the dollar yen and the CAD yen. So we have a reset here. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 breakdown, then another reset, 0, 1, 2. Look at this 2. We're expecting the 2 to give us what? A higher I3. That did not materialize. Instead of making a higher high, price made a lower high, and eventually we broke below here. Okay, so technically this is your wave count coming down. 0 ABC, 1, you see that, 2, 3, okay, 4. Actually, we've seen the 4 here, and this is a reset. So I'm looking at the colored candle here. So let's draw this out. It's very interesting. This is a trend changing pattern because the 2 did not make 3. Okay, so we have 0, 1, 2. This is a lower low here. So this is a higher momentum low, 3, followed by 4 and 5. Okay, then we've seen ABC up, which is a pullback that satisfied the move. Okay, so let's change this color to the appropriate color. So that is a wave structure downtrend. Nothing has changed. This is what is going to negate here the trend. Okay, if the price should come above there, then the high will be seen. But right now we haven't seen anything like that. What we have is this: a corrective wave, ABC up. Okay, that is 1 in terms of wave structure. This is 2 in terms of wave structure, and you want to see the same thing that happened here: 1, 2, 0, 1, 1, 2 here that failed to make a higher high. So these 2 here, potential for uptrend but failing to continue. So you want to be selling this thing below here because of what has happened here. Okay, if you are strong enough, you can take the trade below 160.87. That will give you a low risk, because above here you don't really want to be selling again. Anything can happen above the C high. All right, so this here, let's do this. This is going to be my play. You can see that the price is already breaking, but you want to see a color change here before we take the sell. Okay, but it's a high probability trade because your risk is very small, 160.96. Okay, so the dollar yen is a sell currently. If the price break above the C high, which is the 160.96, then we can stand aside, because they might want to break the 2, then eventually breaking the high again. So that is that for the US dollar Japanese yen. Also, let's do something quickly, because this is a complete wave structure. We can draw the Fibonacci now, and as you can see where the price is playing, the price has come into the sell zone. Okay, nicely. We've seen the first move. A break below here will be 1, followed by pullback of 2, then a continuation. That to be determined. But the off safety line is just here. What can I use? I'll use this. For any bar, any sell to be valid, we want to stay below here. No touch, no break below here. So patience is your friend here. You can take the trade anytime. Anything below here is a sell, knowing that your risk is above the 160.98. So last but not the least is the Canadian dollar Japanese yen. Very similar to the dollar yen. Okay, so we have the CAD yen. We had a move here. That's a reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the high, followed by pullback. Look at the pullback here. This is very important. Okay, this pullback turned to downtrend. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look at the 4. 4 came above the 2. Eventually, look at what happened. Price came back above here just because the 2 was violated. And that is the reason the wave structure count gives you consistency in terms of your expectation. Okay, so we are now at the high. Buying should be the play, but based on what we've seen on the dollar yen, okay, this trade, if we start to see a break down below here, that will be your sell, and your stop loss should come above here. But technically, okay, this is a strong momentum. If you have a follow through, that will give you 3 above there, then selling is no longer an option. So as you can see, the last high in the yen pairs holds the key to buying or not buying. Okay, as long as those high, like this one here and the one in the dollar yen, let's look at the dollar yen again, this one here, as long as they remain intact, they are not violated, you have to look for selling opportunity. If they break them, selling is no longer an option, at least for the next session, which is the Tokyo session, okay, or even into the London session. This is the 15 minutes chart. So that's basically, I don't want to do much more than that. That's basically what we are looking at for Monday, the 1st of July 2024. My name is Shagun Chat 247. I wish you a successful trading week, and God bless.